Hi, BC Sven and all the rest of you good people out there. I hope that you're all safe and sound and that health is with you. Regarding your statement on the Reddit forum and in regard to cloud solutions, well, I would argue the performance there, which I believe is at stake. Then you have some other issues there, and they can, of course, be solved as well. However, if you're working on government military data, that would probably be very restricted. And that is, of course, a valid point, but obviously there is solutions to that as well. However, you probably have to be more rigorous when it comes to setting up the usage and how you are able to access the data. Now, with that said, I thought that it would be a good thing to kind of demonstrate the performance. Hence, I have started, or actually, well, I've kind of surfed into Siemens digital industry software homepage, and I am starting a trial there. I have signed up with the account, obviously, so I would just kind of want to describe or show the performance when starting. Remember, this is a trial, and you might have it differently set up if this would be a more professional solution. In addition, I should mention that I am also using a Citrix client, Citrix Workplace, and that gives you further control of the session, where you can add USB devices and such, for instance, which is kind of very beneficial. So, okay, I've created my account and signed up for trial here, NXCam, although I will not be using NXCam. I will be using the desktop version and not the HTML version. I will not be running this through a specific web browser. I will, as I said, be running this through Citrix, which is another solution, and there are several out there. Now, I happen to be using the Citrix one. So let's start the desktop version. It will provide me with a link. Will show up in the bottom left corner here. As soon as it's available, I click on it, and it will now kick off and launch the Citrix client here, and start connecting to my account that has been created for me when I signed up. Now I have added a bit of data here as well, to have something to demonstrate the performance that could be expected. And there is obviously a little bit of a startup here, but that's pretty much just logging on to your computer as well. Once that's done, I'm going to fire NX on that remote server there via my Citrix client here, and it will fire right up. And once it's started, I am going to load an assembly. It's going to be a jet engine, including the stand. So I'm just going to click on that here to open that part. And it will start opening the assembly accordingly. And once it's open, it will obviously display to me. Got stuck on the Discovery Center there, I don't know why. But this would be the engine. So let's have a look at that. There's quite a bit of parts in there. We do a cross-section to that. We rotate it around. To me, this is not sluggish, but obviously it's to preference. I'm doing all this live. Let's zoom in, let's say back here. You can see we have a jagged kind of cross-section here, and that is because that is the faceted representation, which is rather rough maybe. So let's do the exact representation on that, meaning I'm actually fully loading that part. And we have a better display on that. Let's do one of these blades as well. Let's show that exact. So, turn off the cross section there maybe. Let's focus on the part back here. Let's make that the work part. We're going to do it as kind of work in context. And that means obviously we're going to work in context, and the part itself will be the work part and look something like this. We'll continue by, let's say we're going to change the pattern of the holes there, and we go to the Home tab, and we do that by synchronous modeling in this case. There might be parameters here so that we can use, but let's use repattern face, or resize pattern, sorry. And once that's done, we're going to do, let's see here now, count and span. Let's make them 80, just for the heck of it. Let's do an OK on that. And there we go. We got that change there. Let's go back to the assembly level. Zoom out on that. I can continue rotating on that. And remember, this is a remote session, so I'm actually dragging just the graphics across to my computer via the Citrix client here. Now, obviously, there is some issues that you have to consider depending on what kind of client or customer you are. Well, this would be the performance that you could expect from a cloud solution. I would say it's pretty good, and I hope that it might give you a picture of what you can do. So all you good people out there, take care, be safe, and above all, stay healthy. Over and out from Fred. Bye for now.